It's Nelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this look for you guys and I am obsessed. I wanted to create something that was really fun and easy to transition into spring trends and springtime. So I created this look. I love it because it's super girly, but it still really have a hair. I love it because it's super girly, but it still has that nice little edge to it with the liner. Really easy to do. You don't need a lot of skills in order to do this look. I promise you guys, I've been trying to do a lot more easy looks because I want everybody to be able to do and create my looks. But don't worry, because I have some color coming as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm not going to ramble on too long because it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm sure, I am 100% sure that you guys are eager to get into this look because it's really, really pretty. So without further ado, let's do the do. By do, I mean this do. So I'm gonna be doing a talk through video because I haven't done one in a long time, and also because I feel like when I do talk through videos, not only do I explain things a little bit better, but it's also really, really easy to edit them. So we're gonna go ahead and do just that. I applied some clear brow gel to my brows. I want to just kind of prep them for later on. So I'm going to go ahead and take some concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Lately, I have been loving this concealer so much. So I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids, and this is going to be kind of like our primer for eyeshadow. Next, I am going to set that concealer in place using the Airspun Translucent Powder, and I'm using a Morphe E49 brush. I'm going to top it off a little bit, and I'm going to set my eyelids into place. For my eyes, I don't really want to do a ton. I wanted to keep it nice and effortless, very simple. So I'm going to take this Morphe 9. This is the 9C palette from Morphe. It's like a contour / highlight palette. And I am going to take this shade right here. This shade here. It's a little bit more of a cooler tone brown. And I am going to take that using the Sigma E35. And I am just going to very lightly press this in my crease. So I actually changed my mind just a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little bit of smokiness to my eyes. So I'm gonna be taking a little piece of tape, and I am going to be placing this in the outer corners like so, a little bit more slanted. You don't want it to be too up. Definitely do it a little bit more slanted because we are going to be creating kind of like a smoky wing liner. So I'm just going to place that right there so that it's nice, and it's a nice guide for our liner. And then just go back in with that Morphe shade and just keep blending this in the crease. So I'm going to again focus this right there in the outer corners and smoke it in towards that inner corner. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dose of Colors Pretty Dust. This is one of their ideal duos. And this is what this looks like. It's a really pretty champagne-y shade, and on the bottom you have the pigment. I'm going to start off by taking the cream first. I'm just going to take it with a shader brush, and I am just going to put this all over my entire eyelid. You want to go ahead and cover. You know what? I'm actually going to do my finger because I want more of an effortless application. And I feel like when you go in with your finger, it's just a lot softer opposed to when you go in with a brush. So I am just going to apply this all over my eyelid. Then going in with a clean brush, I am just going to blend this up just a little bit because I don't want it to be super concentrated. I want it to be nice and blown out. I don't want this to be like super duper concentrated on the crease. I want it to be nice and blown out. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. And I'm also going to take some of this in the inner corner of the lid. So I'm going to place this right here in this inner corner and up. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the powder, and I'm going to take it with that same brush. I'm going to put some of this on the cap. This is a really pretty powder. I'm going to take it using that same brush that we used the liquid or the cream, and I'm just going to place this right on top. It's so beautiful. I love this color. I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm just going to focus it mostly in the inner corner because I want the inner corners to be the most bright. So I'm just going to take some of that shimmer, and I'm just going to focus it right here in the inner corner. So now I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. Any black eyeshadow will do just fine. I'm using this black eyeshadow from a random Makeup Forever palette. It doesn't have to be high-end. It could literally be any black shadow. You can also do dark brown, anything. I'm going to go for black just because I want something that's a little bit more smoky today. This is a dual brush. It has kind of like a little felt tip on this side, and then it has a more angled brush on this side. And I am just going to take some of that black, and I am going to begin to create a winged liner using the eyeshadow. But I'm not going to do something super crazy. I'm going to keep it nice and minimum so that it's not too overpowering. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually just going to follow the tape. That's the first thing that I do. I'm just going to follow the outline of the tape, and then I'm going to begin to just bring it inwards like so. I don't know if you guys can notice, but it's nice and thick towards the end, but then as I go in towards the inner corner, the line is barely visible and it's nice and thin. Now you can definitely go ahead and do something really bold, really crazy. You do that if that's what you feel comfortable with, but I definitely wanted to keep this so just a little bit softer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it right there. And again, I don't want this line to be super dark. I want it to be nice and soft and romantic. So it does not have to be a dark, intense line. It's fine if some of the shimmer is peeking out. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape, and you are left with a super crisp line. I am gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe and wipe off some of that glitter that we got on our lower lash line. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to skin. I quickly moisturize using my Glossier, what's this called? Glossier Priming Moisturizing. So for primer, I am going to use the Fenty Beauty Primer with the Dermalogical Hydra Blur Primer. I'm first gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Primer. I'm gonna get about that much. I'm gonna mix it in between my hands, and I'm going to rub it in. And this primer is super duper hydrating, but it's not too oily. And I just love the way that my makeup applies when I have this primer on my skin. I go in with the Dermalogical Hydra Blur Primer in my T-zone. And this is just so that it can smooth over the pores a little bit. Just a little bit. So now that the skin is ready, it's prepped, it's primed, it's moisturized, we are ready to move on to foundation. So for foundation, I am using my lover. This is my obsession recently. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I haven't used anything else since I got this foundation. I love it that much. It is so awesome. Like, I love it so much. And I am going to be applying it using the Morphe E56 brush. I do prefer the foundation with the brush better than a beauty blender. I don't know, I just feel like it looks more flawless with a brush, and I feel like there's a hair on my face but I can't find it. Oh, so I am just going to apply this all over the skin. Oh my god, I was gonna do something. I think I still have time to do what I was gonna do. I'm pretty sure I still have time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Mary Do Manizer. This is the liquid highlighter, and I'm going to apply this right here on the tops of the cheekbones, on the top of the brow, right here. I'm gonna apply this right here. I was supposed to do this before. It's okay, it's okay. We can still do it right here. And right here, just anywhere where you would normally highlight, pretty much. Okay, we can still make it work right here. And then I'm going to go in with a sponge, and I'm going to blend this out really softly. Now we can go back with our foundation and kind of blend that in, because I kind of wanted an overall glow coming from within, and I completely skipped that step. I'm sorry, but it's okay. It's okay. We can still get the look we're going for. This happens to me all the time. I'm getting ready and I lay out all of the products that I want to use, and then I'm done with my makeup and I'm like, there's like 2 or 3 products that I'm just like, oh my god, I never used them. So it's okay. We can still make it work. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and take concealer. I am taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I am going to apply this right here under the eyes like normal. And I'm going to take my Morphe sponge one more time, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend this into the skin. So Avon recently sent me a super nice PR package that I was blown away by, and I'm gonna go ahead and try some of the stuff that they sent me. So this is the Avon True Color. This is a transforming contouring stick in the shade Light. This video is not sponsored by Avon, by the way. They just were nice enough to send me some goodies, and I am just using them just to try them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that light shade, and I'm gonna put that right here in the forehead. That's actually a really nice color. I'm going to take some on the chin, right here, in the Cupid's bow. I'm going to take some down the bridge of the nose, right here, and then I'm going to add just a little bit on the hollows of my eyes, just for some extra brightness, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to take the contouring shade, and I'm just going to contour right here on the hollow of the cheeks. I'm also going to put a little bit on the side of the nose. And I'll do some here. And one line in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and blend out the contour first using, this is a crown brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. That's actually a really nice color, and it blends it out really nice. So I am going to leave the nose for last, and I'm going to go ahead and take the sponge and blend out the T-zone. So I'm going to blend it right here. This actually has really nice coloring. I really like the coloring on this. And I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to buff out the contour of the nose using a brush. And this is a Luxie Tapered Blending 205 brush. I'm just going to blend that out. That looks so natural. I love it. Okay. I am going to go ahead and take some setting powder, and I'm going to apply this under the eyes just to bake a little bit. I'm not going to take it in the cheek area. I am pretty much just going to keep it really nice and tight in that lower eyelid space. Really tight. Let's go ahead and finish the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and take that flat angled brush one more time with that black shadow, and I am going to place this in the lower lash line, and I am going to connect that winged liner with the lower lash line. I am going to keep mine about halfway through the lower lash line. I am not going to bring it all the way in. I'm going to keep it right there in the outer corners just to create that nice kind of sultry cat eye look. If you want to bring it all the way in, feel free to do so. That's just going to create a more smoky look. If that's what you're going for, then go for it. It's gonna look beautiful either way. But for what I want to do today, I'm definitely just gonna keep it in the bottom half of my lower lash line, if that makes sense. And so again, I'm going to take that black shade and I am just going to connect it with that winged liner that we have. I'm gonna go ahead and take that fluffy side of the brush, and I'm just going to smoke it out just a little bit so that it's not super duper harsh right there in that inner part. So smoke it out just a bit. Go ahead and line my waterline with a nude pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and very quickly fill in my brows. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy to the brows. I want to keep that nice feathery look going. So I am pretty much just going to fill in wherever I have gaps. That's all I'm going to be doing, nothing too crazy. Just wherever I have gaps, that's pretty much what I'm going to be filling in. See how that feathery look, that is the look that I am going for in today's video. For highlight, I am taking the Emreezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. I have been in love with this highlight recently. Ever since I got it, this is the only thing that I wear. So I am just going to apply it to the tops of the cheekbones pretty much. I'm going to make sure to pack on the highlight right here at the temples so that when you turn your face, it's nice and illuminated all around. I'm going to apply a little bit here on the chin as well. I'm going to put some on the tip of the nose and then down the nose. So I'm going to go ahead and bronze the skin using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is so old. Look at the packaging. This is like the original packaging. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and bronze up the skin and kind of just set that contour that we did. For blush, I'm not going to do anything with blush just because I want this to be super natural and I don't want to do something too intense with my blush. So I am going to take this Avon Moonlit Highlighting Powder. It has kind of like a pinky shade to it. I'm going to take it with a fan brush. And I'm going to place this right here in the apples of my cheeks. And this is going to be my blush for today. I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara, and I'm also going to apply my lashes. I'm going to do this off camera because I have to get super close to the mirror. But the lashes that I am going to be using are the Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies. And as you can see, they're really nice and wispy, but at the tail they have an extra band, so it makes it really nice and cat-eye-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this, and then we'll be right back to finish the makeup. So the only thing left to do is the lips. So I'm going to start off by lining my lips using the Buxom Plump Line Lip Liner in Stealth. And I'm just going to line my whole entire lips. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Cosmetics lipstick in Cream Cup. This is such an old lipstick, but it's still one of my favorites ever. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Now, right on top, I'm going to go in with MAC's Angel right in the center. You can totally leave it like this, but I'm going to add just a little bit of extra shine. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Galaxy Lumiere Holographic Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Opal Light. And I am going to pop this in the center of my lips. I'm going to go ahead and use the Mario Badescu Rose Water just to set everything into place. Alrighty guys, so this is what you are left with after you have set your makeup and everything has kind of melted into the skin. This is a completed look, and to be quite honest, I love the way that this look looks. I love the eyes because they're super girly, but they still have that nice little edge to them because of that smoky winged liner. I love how flirty the lashes are. I love the skin. I love the glossy lips. This is like totally me recently. I've been really into the more softer looking eyes and skin, but don't worry, I'll be doing something with color very, very soon because I know that I've been doing tons of neutrals and really warm tone smoky eyes. So yeah, I think that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot when you guys do that. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates sent to your phone whenever I upload a new video. So, thank you for watching. I love you, and I will see you soon with another video. Mwah!